There are heavy hearts across the capital region tonight as the Siena lacrosse head coach Liam Gleason has died at the age of 41. A husband and father of 3, much beloved at Siena, also UAlbany and the entire local lacrosse community. News 10 Sports Director Griffin Haas joining us live now in the studio with more on this tragic loss tonight. Griff.
Yeah, Casey, it's heartbreaking. It's about the only word I can use to describe the news of Liam Gleason's passing 3 days after falling down a flight of stairs in his home. Gleason suffered a traumatic brain injury after the fall on Sunday. He's survived by his wife of 12 years, Jacqueline, and their 3 children, daughter Kennedy, sons Penn and Tate. Gleason met his wife during his time attending UAlbany, playing lacrosse under head coach Scott Marr. He helped lead the team to an America East title in 2007, graduating later that year. He joined the Siena staff out of college as an assistant coach, staying until 2010. He served 1 year as St. Rose head coach before joining UAlbany as an assistant in 2011. He was named the Siena head coach in 2018, leading the Saints to the MAC championship this past season, winning Coach of the Year honors. Gleason leaves the Siena, UAlbany lacrosse communities heartbroken, but he also leaves behind a lasting legacy.
Unthinkable, unmeasurable. I mean, just over the last 48 hours, just showing the amount of support that we've seen from the Siena and lacrosse communities has been second to none. And it just shows you, even if Liam just met you with a handshake, you would remember who he was. He was such a big presence and a vital part of my life, and his impact on the lacrosse world is going to be really felt forever.
We're just deeply saddened by this event and obviously the turn that it's taken, and just can't say enough about what Liam was as a person, what he meant to me and what he meant to my program, and all the players and friends involved with him over the years. He was a tremendous person, great heart, just a wonderful person to be around. Liam and I did a lot of things together off the field as well with our families, and this is a tough time for our community. I've had over, I don't even know, 400 or 500 different text messages from people across the lacrosse community, and you've seen the GoFundMe page and the support that we're getting from the lacrosse world in general. Just again shows you what kind of a person he was and what kind of impact he had on people's lives.
That GoFundMe has now raised over $540,000 for Gleason's family. We just heard from Gleason's former coach, Scott Marr, about the immeasurable impact Liam Gleason had on his life. News 10's Payton Cavanaugh spoke with some of Gleason's former players about the impact he had on them.
This field behind me is where Coach Gleason lifted players up, pushed them forward, and reminded them that they are capable of far more than they ever imagined. Tonight, those same players are shattered. They shared with me that Gleason's heart was even bigger than the sport he loved, and even in the most devastating moment, that heart kept giving.
He told me on even bad days to still believe in myself, and I'm going to carry that for the rest of my life.
Pratt Reynolds is a former player of Gleason's and now works as the assistant coach for the team. He said that Gleason was the kind of person to always go the extra mile for the people in his life.
He was a lover. At my brother's lacrosse tournaments, he'd go and find my dad, talk to him. If my brother had a good tournament or a good play, like at the tournament, he'd text me, and I knew how much he cared. Players
remembering Coach Gleason for his compassionate and thoughtful soul.
He taught me to, find the good in everything.
Do what you love. That was such a very prominent message that he would always give. Coach Gleason liked to preach that this team to him wasn't just a team, it was a family. Just have each other's back no matter what.
And in such a devastating time, that's exactly what they did. This afternoon, Gleason's players and loved ones surrounded him for what is known as a hero's walk, standing with him as he made his final journey, donating his organs to save others.
It shows how even, after this tragedy, he's finding the good in it, even though he did pass away, that he is going to help some other lives, and it truly is an amazing thing to find the good in something so bad.
He really embodied what it meant to be not just a coach, but a leader.
Players said that in such a tragic time, they'll continue to support one another, just as he would want them to.
You got 48 other brothers or 50 other brothers with you, and he wanted us to take so much advantage of that, and that didn't always mean going on the field, and he's our biggest advocate.
A funeral service for Coach Gleason will be held at the UHY Center at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Reporting in Loudonville, Payton Cavanaugh, News 10, ABC.